Alright, let's get the party started. Hello and welcome. If you are new, please consider subscribing, and a quick disclaimer that this video is not financial advice. So now, ladies and gents, let's talk about this piece of information, which I believe is quite important because, this is basically from the latest meetup in Dublin about Kaspa in enterprise. And during that meeting, they have introduced the following primary projects: Warp Core, Gigawatt Stablecoin, and ZET-EX. So basically, Warp Core is ISO compliance layer linking Kaspa to the financial world for global settlements. Well, guys, correct me if I'm wrong, but this sounds very big, very serious, and that's basically referring a huge adoption for Kaspa all over the world. And Gigawatt Stablecoin is a stablecoin for the energy sector, and ZET-EX is a zero emission energy trading exchange. Guys, things could be really huge for Kaspa, in the future. Okay, I'm not going to tell you that Kaspa is going to cost 10, 12, $50, after you watch this video or during this bull cycle, but what I'm trying to say is that things are being built, well, for the better future, I believe, with Kaspa and with Kaspa KII. And now looking at the market, as of the time of recording this video, things are, well, pretty much juicy. I know they are not very juicy for Kaspa, but you guys know what is the story with Kaspa, right? So we've got Popcat that's basically pumping around 20%. We've got Hex, and, overall market is basically, going towards the upside. We're sitting at 41 neutral market. And yesterday, as far as I'm aware, and remember, that was fear, right? So we have basically bounced from that fear. And don't worry, guys, we are going to look at the charts of Kaspa, but firstly I would like to have a look at BTC to actually see of what the heck is going on, right? So BTC basically bounced from this level of support, which is 59k, and now stochastic RSI on 4 hourly is showing us that this move is basically exhausted, right? However, if I'm going to switch it to the daily time frame, things are going towards the upside, so we can have a little bit of a pullback in a couple of hours during this day, during Saturday, at the time of recording this video, of course. And BTC potentially is gearing up towards the next move, because if we are going to look at the liquidity is at $62,700. So then it's going to push the price of BTC a little bit higher to grab this liquidity and then maybe create wave towards the downside. Well, heck, let's see, guys. This is just a daily time frame, obviously, but now looking at Kaspa's liquidity, this is the story with Kaspa. So it's very likely that Kaspa could potentially see these levels, right, if BTC is going to push towards the upside at the time of recording this video again. So let's have a look at Kaspa. So Kaspa basically is in a strong short-term momentum. The daily stochastic RSI is showing that Kaspa is going to, well, hopefully experience this another pump, and let's see if we are going to get rejected from the level of 15.2, where roughly the first levels of liquidity actually start for Kaspa. So guys, this is the story with the daily time frame. Let's actually have a look at 4 hourly time frame. So 4 hourly time frame is showing us that we could basically, this move could basically be exhausted. Kaspa could retest this level of 15.2, then get rejected, and then probably build up a little bit more momentum, right? And then on a daily time frame jump towards the upside. Okay, so expect some volatility in the next 24 hours. Kaspa basically trading between level of 15.2 and 14 cents possibly, right, during the daily, throughout the daily time frame. So guys, now also let's have a look at overall market, okay, because I believe that's obviously important, right? One thing that I would like to point out is, well, BTC's chart, but obviously we can use it towards different charts as well. Let me actually zoom it out a little bit. And well, first of all, BTC doesn't really look that scary if you actually zoom it out. And second, I would like to throw one indicator at it, and that is global liquidity index. Okay, so I would like you to have a look, guys, how this is basically correlated, right? Obviously, BTC is correlated to global liquidity and is actually almost perfectly following it, as you guys see, right? So once more liquidity is being released into the system, into markets, obviously BTC is following that almost perfectly. So you guys clearly see that, these huge pumps that we saw, right, for BTC previous cycle was basically printing, right, printing money and liquidity increasing globally, right? So obviously we are expecting global liquidity to increase again, and this is what we are waiting for. And of course, another catalyst is obviously, presidential elections that are in around 30 days. Correct me if I'm wrong, but they are basically coming quite soon. And now guys, Ash Crypto is pointing this out. So Bitcoin dropped 7.5% in the first week, then pumped 33% by month's end, and October 2024 Bitcoin has dropped 6.5% in the first 3 days. And BTC could drop a little more so that people will stop believing in October, and once bears start getting excited and calling for 40 to 45,000, BTC will pump hard. And this is definitely not out of the question, guys, because we could see a little bit of a downside before this move actually is going to happen. You have to remember that such pumps for global liquidity don't increase every single day, and of course Kaspa is going to, I believe, receive a certain portion of that liquidity, right? But that's obviously speculation of how much Kaspa could potentially cost during the peak of this bull cycle. However, I'm not going to tell you to actually wait for the peak, because nobody really knows where is the peak. You can obviously cash out closer to the peak, right? But now guys, let's have a look at the macro chart that I believe is one of the best to actually have a look at what the heck is going on with Kaspa. So this is a daily chart, guys, and a bullish thing for this chart is that basically altcoins have closed above 0.236 Fibonacci extension zone, and stochastic RSI is showing us this bullish momentum. Okay, so could we see another big leg up for altcoins, leading towards this level, which is 0.382? Obviously exciting times are coming, but funny enough is that people are going to be FOMOing into Kaspa and different assets probably when altcoins are going to be at, let's say, 800 billion. Okay guys, another thing is that I would like to point out what is actually El Crypto Prof showing, and these are altcoins total crypto market cap that is excluding BTC and Ethereum on a 3-daily chart. So he says that it's such a nice bounce from the downtrend line from which altcoins broke out of 6 months, and he hopes that you were listening yesterday's bears are still waiting for 44k. So guys, this is the chart that I'm basically uploading as he's uploading on his X, but we've got the bullish breakout, and from the standpoint of technicals, after such a big momentum, altcoins are basically retesting this level of that downtrend as a support, and as you can clearly see, this candle is green. So guys, things are looking good, and RSI is basically printing the same momentum. Okay, so everything is pointing out towards one side, and now guys, this is where we roughly are at, right? So this is something that was posted by Crypto Rover. Make sure that you check him out on X, well, mine account as well, by the way. But anyways, you can clearly see that this is what's going on, right? We still haven't experienced this violent up move for BTC and for many other projects, right? For altcoins, and of course for our beloved Kaspa, guys, right? Please remember that people that are participating in this market are not only people, are not retail, but there are many big players, right? And they are obviously manipulating this market, right? I'm not saying that this current situation in which we are is manipulation, right? But everything is kind of pointing out to it, plus the fact that obviously we are waiting for these catalysts such as presidential elections and of course anticipation of global liquidity. I hope that this was informational video, and I hope that you have enjoyed. And as always, peace and love, crypto.